While Lewis Hamilton was hunting the race lead in Barcelona, his engineer was in his ear, and what he said tells you everything about why Ferrari finally won.
Am I catching now?
You are catching really well. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
You're catching him anyway. Keep pushing, keep pushing. That was Carlo Santi, Hamilton's race engineer, live on team radio during the Barcelona Grand Prix. Simple words, but the fact that Hamilton responded to them, that is the story. Because 12 months ago, those same words in that same ear would have landed differently.
Stay more charge button on.
Yeah, no problem. Just don't repeat everything, please.
Understood.
A frustrated reply, a clipped tone, radio silence.
I'm P10 and good work out there. You can charge button on, please. With timing there, but good work.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
In 2026, Hamilton doesn't just hear his engineer, he trusts him. And that trust is the reason Ferrari ended a 2-year win drought in Spain. This video breaks down the full picture: Hamilton's driving style, how the SF26 was rebuilt around it, and the engineer relationship that finally unlocked the 7-time world champion. If you want this level of Ferrari analysis every race weekend, subscribe to F1 today. This is the breakdown other channels skip past. Why the 2026 car was built for one driving style. Here is the technical reality that most coverage ignores. From 2022 to 2025, Formula One ran ground effect cars, machines that demanded a smooth, precise driving style to keep aerodynamic downforce, the invisible air pressure pushing the car into the track, consistent through corners. Hamilton struggled with that era, visibly. In 2024, George Russell outperformed him at Mercedes. In 2025, Charles Leclerc dominated him 19-5 in qualifying across the season. The car wasn't talking to him, and Hamilton cannot drive a car that doesn't talk to him. But here is what nobody is saying yet. The 2026 regulations didn't just change the cars, they changed which driving style wins. The SF26, Ferrari's 2026 Formula One Challenger, runs lower overall downforce, a narrower chassis, and active aerodynamics, motorized front and rear wings that switch between high grip and low drag modes depending on the track section. The result is a car that moves, a car that reacts, a car you have to hustle. From the very first day in the Barcelona shakedown, Hamilton said, "This thing actually talks to me. I can get a read on what it's going to do. I like the way it moves around." That quote is everything. If you want to know how Ferrari's Austrian GP upgrade could make Hamilton even harder to beat, subscribe now. I'm covering it tomorrow. The SF26 rewards late, aggressive braking. It rewards corner entry commitment. It rewards exactly what Hamilton has done his entire career. And Hamilton didn't just show up and hope the car fit. He helped build it. Over the winter, he worked directly with Ferrari engineers in the simulator to shape the SF26's handling characteristics, pushing for greater agility, faster response, and a front end he could feel through every corner. But that was just the start. The brake disc that caused a political crisis inside Ferrari. Hamilton wanted one specific change that caused internal tension at Ferrari. He wanted to switch brake discs. Ferrari have a long-standing commercial relationship with Brembo, the Italian brake manufacturer and long-time Ferrari technical partner. Hamilton wanted carbon industry discs, the same ones he used throughout his championship years at Mercedes. The reason is technical. Brembo discs offer a progressive braking feel. The braking force builds gradually as you apply pressure. Carbon industry discs give instant feel, immediate, sharp, aggressive response the moment Hamilton touches the pedal. For a driver whose entire style is built on late, hard braking into corners, the difference is enormous. Fred Vasseur, Ferrari team principal, had to manage a political problem with a commercial partner to make it happen. He did it. And without that change, according to Motorsport magazine, Hamilton's first Ferrari win may not have come in Spain. Now you understand the car. Now you understand the style. Here is the human element, and this is where the story turns completely. Carlo Santi is 52 years old, from Verona, Italy. He studied mechanical engineering at the Polytechnic University of Milan before joining Ferrari's vehicle dynamics department. He spent years as a simulator and vehicle modeling engineer. He became Kimi Raikkonen's 2007 Formula One World Champion performance engineer in 2016, was promoted to race engineer in 2018, and guided Raikkonen to his 21st and final Formula One victory at the United States Grand Prix that year. Then Santi moved into a remote leadership role at Maranello. Track racing for years was not his job. When Riccardo Adami, Hamilton's 2025 race engineer, was reassigned to run the Ferrari Driver Academy in early 2026, Santi was only meant to be a temporary replacement. Hamilton had been expecting yet another engineer change. What he got instead was an instant connection. Their communication from the first test session was different. Calm, direct, no friction, no misread tones over the radio. Hamilton has described it openly. We didn't know each other. We'd never spoken. I didn't know anything about him. And we met, and I think got on straight away. He calls Santi his Italian Bono, a reference to Peter Bonington, Hamilton's legendary race engineer across his 6 championship titles at Mercedes. But here is the line that matters most. Hamilton said, "I like to think that Biss has probably reignited the love that he has as being an engineer, as he has done for me as a driver." 2 men, both reminded why they love this sport. And in Barcelona, it showed. What Barcelona proved, and what comes next. Hamilton converted his first front-row start for Ferrari into a controlled, dominant victory. 3-stop strategy, aggressive tyre calls, a free pit stop under virtual safety car, a safety period where cars slow down but racing does not stop, when Fernando Alonso, 2-time world champion, now driving for Aston Martin, retired. When Hamilton finally crossed the line, Santi joined him on the podium. A quiet Italian from Verona, not used to being on stage, receiving a hug from the most decorated driver in Formula One history. Fred Vasseur said it plainly. The fit between Carlo and Lewis is a good one. That is an understatement. Hamilton now trails championship leader Kimi Antonelli, 19-year-old Mercedes driver, Hamilton's replacement at the Silver Arrows, by just 41 points after 7 rounds. The championship is alive. The car is built for him. The engineer trusts him. The only question left, how far can this go? Drop your answer in the comments. 8 titles, or does Antonelli hold on? Subscribe to F1 today, because tomorrow I am breaking down Ferrari's Austrian Grand Prix engine upgrade and whether the ADUO, Ferrari's new power unit specification debuting at the Red Bull Ring, gives Hamilton the straight-line speed to close the gap to Mercedes for good. If this gave you a new angle on why Hamilton and Ferrari are suddenly dangerous, you will want to be here tomorrow. The Austrian GP upgrade analysis drops next, and the numbers Ferrari are reporting from the dyno are significant.